So, who's Daniel Ed Morrison? And he writes an article. Well, he's an associate of Jim Stewartson, the crazy Q guy, the guy obsessed with Q. It's pretty interesting. He'll name 150 people in there, and it's just hilarious. His main person who he attacks is a guy named Jim Watkins. And I don't know Jim from Adam other than doing an interview that they contacted me. And I basically said, I'm not Q. I didn't do any of these Q drops. Never been on 8kun. Never been on 8chan. But what they're not mentioning is a certain guy named Richard Todd Miller of New Mexico. They tend to leave him out. I wonder why. Pretty interesting. They leave out a certain person named Beth. So it's pretty interesting what's coming out. And they're really making some stupid moves because they're attacking Ezra, pretty important guy, if you don't know who he is. But they want to attack him, and they want to attack General Flynn. I think it's a big mistake because I don't think the results of the election are known to anybody. We don't know what's going to happen. And there's a good chance right now that with everything going on, these agency wars, that Trump is going to take it to the finish. But it's, I just look at this. They throw a bunch of names in there, and it's getting pretty interesting. So you wonder why Arturo left Twitter. Well, maybe he was leaking emails that he shouldn't have. Maybe they had, had to do with the military, So, not a smart move by Arturo. I told everybody this. I told everybody about Gina Haspel before suddenly the media is talking about how, the alt media is talking about how she's either in Gitmo or maybe she was killed in Frankfurt, but she's no longer around, just like I said. So, what's that? I'm reading through this guy's thing. He's got a metrics map, QAnon casualties. It looks, mentions Barbara Marx Hubbard. Big female rights leader. And then they keep on mentioning that scumbag Steve Bannon. So, and here's what they wrote about me. Hey, they got a picture of me from way before. Yes, that was me. Somewhere in Europe. And yeah. Okay, so here. So, the best puzzle going around was Cicada 3301. It created a sensation 2012, 2013, 2014. A community grew around it. By 2017, it seemed to have gone quiet, so Thomas and company decided to take it over. And they mention Cryptos Journal. Look at this. And there it is from 2017. So, guess it must be true. Guess it must be true. And 2011, a guy from the Pentagon. All right, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, well, I don't deny that. I don't deny that. I don't deny going to Turkey and maybe, meeting with the grandson of what was purportedly the oldest guy in the world, a guy named Zero Aga. And he was a Kurdish guy who claimed to be one of the oldest humans to ever live. The claim was that he lived to be 157. And there's a debate around it. And one man, Walter Bowerman, investigated it, supposedly, along with a lot of others. And he came up with a different conclusion. He said that Zaraga was 97, not 157. But since his 1939 article, more evidence has come forward. And it looks like Zero may have lived to be 157. He was born in a village now called Medan. And that was part of the autonomous Kurdish Emirate of Betis in the Ottoman Empire. And it's interesting because that's where Constantine's mother comes from, Constantine the Great. So, yeah, I have actually, I actually met with his grandson, or his purported grandson. So, people don't do their research. They seem to want to examine and write articles about my life without asking me. So it's pretty funny. I'm not a fossil yet.